Yo, the E3 is like kind of broken, and Wargaming's nerfing it, so I made a video before they made it bad. D3 is, in my opinion, the best tank in the game to get high damage numbers consistently. And when I was recording this video, every single game was 5k plus. It wasn't even hard, you just need to play this tank right. That leads to my main point. Most people play the E3 really wrong. If you are sitting still in the back, camping in the E3, then you are throwing for your team. This is the best tank in the game to push, and there is nothing the enemies can do to stop you once you decide to push. Alright, enough talking, I'm just going to show you how OP this tank can get in just one session of play. Alright, in this first game, just by looking at the enemy team comp, I can automatically rule out going to their rails. As you can see, there aren't very many hull down tanks, so that means the majority of the HP on the enemy team is going to be in city. I want to set up to shoot that, not to mention the one arty would most definitely farm me. By looking at where most of my team is, I can tell that going to the city is definitely not a good play, especially since I just get shot in the side trying to get into city in the first place. You can see my E3 gun just butters through these T95s, even though they're pretty heavily armored. You see this 430U? He's going to be shooting me a lot, and you can just see that there's nothing he can do to pen me when I'm angling correctly. Here, because I'm using the diagonal reticle setting, I can line it up with my crosshair and easily blind shot this 430U. By now, it's become really obvious by map positioning that my team isn't going to be winning this game, and it's really just about trying to salvage the most I can out of this game. As I turn around to kill these guys, I start getting shot from behind, and I know that I have to use these dead bodies to hide myself. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to win this one. You can't win all your games, but this just really shows if I wasn't in an E3 here, I might not have gotten nearly as much damage as I did. All of the blind shots on the 430U did hit, however, the blind shot on the WZ was blocked by my teammate VZ. Alright, next up is just a sheer Himmelsdorf brawl, and I'm going to show you how good this tank is at just murdering heavy tanks. This mouse just decides to donate his entire tank to me. If I was in a tank that wasn't an E3, I probably would not have penned this shot. There's absolutely no way for this man to angle to stop me from penning him. This game was quite literally over by the 2-minute mark. There was no way for the enemies to come back, and E3 was still able to get damage. Second to last game, I'm going to show you guys what I really mean by pushing. Most players in E3 here would probably go bridge or ice road or even camp the middle, but I'm going to try to go to the flank that really matters and just push through and see what I can do. Now I can see that their snipers have backed off, and I want to go try to shoot this VZ-55. Unfortunately, he decides that he'd rather get shot by everyone else except for me. At this point in time, it looks like my team is winning handily, so I decide to push in. The enemies allow me to go all the way up undefended, so now I want to go get shots on the people on bridge. Immediately after killing the C-100, I think this Death Star is going to poke the hill to kill me, so I'm backing up to try to get the drop on him. I actually end up spotting this artillery, but I don't quite have the shot. My friendly artillery takes care of him for me. I want to try to get shots in this ST2, but he gets lit there and I decide that it's not worth it and I'm just going to push their base. As I push, I get lit, and that tells me that there's someone camping in the back, most likely the Leo 1 who has been unlit all game. You can see again, I can line up the diagonal crosshair with the hit marker and easily blind shot the Leo 1. Luckily this rock actually makes a perfect hull down, and now I can just sit here and blind shot the Leo 1 all I like. The Leo 1 gets lit, and by his HP I could tell that all my blind shots hit, and now I could just finish him off. Never mind, the Death Star decides it'd be a great time to poke me and hit my mantlet to bounce. I can't make this shit up. I know that I easily out-reload this Death Star, so I could just go kill him. Unfortunately for my damage, the Leo 1 decides to go all the way across the map to my friendly base, which means I get no more damage. By the way, even though it's a 4v2 there, they still lose because pushing ice roads sucks. The E3 is still very good at camping, even though it's usually not the best play. You know when it is the best play? When you want to piss off Mahu in a clan war. Now just sit back and enjoy how OP the E3 is in a shit camp in all its glory.